come from Vibeto Orthodontics. Vibeto Orthodontics is a certified Invisalign provider. Invisalign fits your budget and your lifestyle. Braces for children, teens, and adults with affordable monthly payments. Schedule your complimentary consultation and exam by logging on to VibetoOrthodontics.com or by calling 701-839-6010.
Great smiles come from Vibeto Orthodontics.
You remember where this goes?
I don't know.
Are you sure it was a clicking and not a zzz, zzz?
I think your quash litter valve's stuck.
Do you even have insurance?
If we soak it, it should be good.
No matter how much you know or don't know about your vehicle, trust the experts at Tires Plus. Real answers from real mechanics.
Purchase 4 eligible Firestone tires and receive up to $120 in a prepaid Visa gift card. Thinking service? Think Tires Plus.
The magic of what we do really comes down to combining different aspects of patient care. Here at Premier Chiropractic, we love combining soft tissue work, the adjustment, and exercises together. We found that this gets the best results for our patients. We have 3 chiropractors to fit the needs of the entire family, a rehab area for our exercises and equipment, for any athlete to improve performance. Give us a call and we will get you back to doing what you love.
If you told me 10 years ago I'd be a dad, homeowner, and business partner, I wouldn't have believed it. There's lots of reasons I chose First Western.
Hey Lloyd, how are you today?
Locally owned, community invested, convenient, but most of all, whatever I need, wherever I am, I can count on them.
First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
At Schatz Crossroads, we make 8 gallons of homemade ranch dressing every day, so you can smother your dinner salad with it, dip those crispy golden French fries in it, and dunk your breaded chicken strips. You can even cover your... Wait, no. You can't put ranch on steak. Or can you? Schatz Crossroads. Don't forget the ranch.
Life is all about moments. Big moments. Small moments. And those moments you can't put into words. It's how we at First International Bank and Trust live first and have been for more than 110 years. One customer, one family, one moment at a time. First International Bank and Trust. Live first.
The 30-inch Galactic Pizza is out of this world. There's nothing like it anywhere else in Minot. Too much to handle? Try one of our famous large specialty pizzas like the Blue Buffalo. Get the best pizza in Minot and play some laser tag. At Planet Pizza, South Broadway, Minot.
For the 5th time all time, Minot and West Fargo Cheyenne come together in North Dakota high school football. We're live tonight at Essential Health Mustang Stadium in West Fargo, North Dakota. It's the Planet Pizza pregame show. Planet Pizza, the area's ultimate party location. School parties, tea parties, birthday parties, and so much more. They truly are out of this world. Planet Pizza can be reached tonight at 701-852-1700. Well, it's time for our nation's national anthem. A late start to our pregame show here tonight, so we'll turn it over to the PA announcer here at Essentia Health Mustang Stadium for the official introductions here tonight as we honor our country with our nation's national anthem.
For your team and be respectful of their opponent. As high school student athletes and representatives of their communities, the Mustangs and Magicians are committed to fair play, responsibility, and respect. They invite you to help support their effort. Together, let us all help create an environment for high school competition that we can all be proud of. Tonight's coin toss was won by the Sheyenne Mustangs. They have elected to defer choice to the Magicians, and the Magicians will receive with the Mustangs defending the North goal. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you all please stand if you are able to remove any headwear and remain at attention as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem by the Cheyenne Pep Band under the direction of Mr. Jeff Larson.
Well, God bless our servicemen and women. God bless our veterans. God bless America. There you hear the national anthem performed by the Cheyenne High School Pep Band here tonight. Did a good one as we get set for North Dakota 2A football in West Fargo, North Dakota tonight. Nick Colbert, glad to have you aboard for the Planet Pizza pregame show here tonight. Planet Pizza, again, the area's ultimate party location. School parties, team parties, birthday parties, and so much more. They truly are out of this world. Planet Pizza can be reached tonight at 701-852-1700. Well, the number two team inside of the state of North Dakota, the West Fargo Cheyenne Mustangs, host the Magi, number 2 in the West region, not ranked right now inside of North Dakota high school football here tonight in West Fargo. Again, the last matchup between these two teams back in 2019, and it was Cheyenne that had the victory that gave this lifetime series a 2-2 mark in North Dakota high school football. We've changed divisions, of course, now at the 2A 11-man ranks. Doesn't matter, still the same teams, and it's going to be a good one tonight, big for both teams. As again, Cheyenne comes in at 5-0 overall. Right and high, a team that comes into tonight's matchup with an overall record of 2 wins and 3 losses on the season. They are 2-1 inside of the conference. Let's take a look at the standings. They're brought to you tonight by our friends at Magic City Inspections. Magic City Inspections, the locally owned company committed to providing exceptional inspection services so you're ready to take the next step in your home ownership. Find them online at inspections.com. Well, let's look at the East region first. A big topic of conversation across the board right now is the way the playoffs are set up and structured. The East region will only send 3 teams into the postseason. What does that mean? Well, it means Fargo Davies, who's currently ranked number 5 in North Dakota, will not make the postseason here in 2021. West Fargo Cheyenne, currently the leader in the East, 2-0 in conference play. Fargo Shanley, 1-1. They're at Century tonight. That's a battle of number 3 Shanley, number 1 Century tonight. Chuck Claremont and Scott Woodmancy have the call of that one on the PSP Network. You can watch tonight on the PSP Network again, 1 vs. 3 inside of North Dakota high school football. West Fargo's 1-1. They're 3-2 overall. They're a football team that currently sits tied in the second position inside of North Dakota high school football's East region. And then Davies at 0-2 in the conference, but 3-2 overall is a team that's in the bottom of the barrel here inside of the EDC. Over on the west side of the state, Century's number 1. They're unbeaten, 5-0. Their streak continues. The Century Patriots have outscored their opponents on the year 106-21. Minot currently sits second inside of the conference with a 2-1 mark. Minot on a 2-3 record overall. They've outscored their opponents 62-35 with the help of the 30-plus point shellacking of Williston last Friday night. Mandan sits at a 2-2 mark. Mandan's a tough team to beat. They lost to Century on their home field last week by a touchdown. 2-3 for the Braves on the season. Bismarck High, ever since Hoos went down, has not scored a point. They've been outscored on the season 28-32 now, with a 1-4 record overall on the season. Legacy's 1-1 and 2-3 overall, 1-1 inside the conference, that is. And the Coyotes from Williston not having their year. They're 0-4 here in 2021, 1-4 overall on the 2021 campaign. That's the look at the standings, brought to you by Magic City Inspections, a locally owned company committed to providing exceptional inspection services to ensure you're ready to take the next step in your home ownership. Find them online, MinotInspections.com. While you hear that wind here in West Fargo tonight, it's kind of a rainy night tonight here in West Fargo as we take a look around the weather.com app. We apologize. We're having some technical issues here in West Fargo tonight. Our apologies. We've had internet issues all night here tonight. I'm not going to get on a griping session this early in the contest, but you would think West Fargo Cheyenne would have internet that would provide the services needed to be able to webcast and broadcast these games on local radio and TV. Write a letter to West Fargo Cheyenne and let them know that you think that an internet service that wouldn't have dropouts for tonight would certainly be worth doing so here tonight to help promote these high school kids. No internet inside the venue. It makes it impossible. I'm trying to hop on weather.com right now to see if we can get a time and a temp. A weather temp for you here tonight and a wind rating here tonight. It's not going to happen. We apologize. West Fargo, the Cheyenne Mustangs are in blue tonight. Minot High's in white tonight. Minot High lost the toss tonight. The Mustangs from Cheyenne decided to kick off to start the ball game. Here tonight, we're going to start things off. We are underway here from West Fargo Cheyenne tonight as the ball is picked up here by the Magi just inside their own 40-yard line. And on the return there was Talon Judd for Minot High. Brings the ball up to about the 40, and Minot High is going to have their first down possession and first possession of the ball game here tonight. Again, a night here in West Fargo that a little bit breezy, a little bit chilly tonight, and a little bit of rain as well here in West Fargo. It's starting to feel like fall, isn't it? Time for high school football. Well, we get our first look tonight at Sparrow, the quarterback for Minot High, that comes under center here to first down and 10, ball marked at the left hash as Minot High goes to work for the first time in tonight's football game. Ball's going to be taken by Sparrow, fires it across up the middle there for Pankow. Pankow's going to get up to the 40-yard line before he's tackled down to the play by Matt Trebe, the senior at 5'11" and 185 pounds, and it will be a second down and 8 to go here for the Magi. Moving again right to left on your television screen here tonight. Big thanks again to Planet Pizza bringing you the pregame show here this evening. That internet conversation is a big one here tonight. It just forces so many issues with everything we're trying to do to promote these high school athletes. Ball's up over the 45-yard line on the carry and the second down, and the chains aren't going to move quite yet. It's going to bring up a third down and 2 to go here for the Magi, as carrying it forward was Blaze Ferry. Ferry's been good on the season for Minot High. The senior at 5 foot 865 pound, the running back, came in to play for the Magi after the loss of Hunter Ruziska in the early portion of the season, the first game of the year for the Magi. Wideouts on each side, one in the backfield. Motion man and in route. There goes 14 for the Magi on the fake. It's going to be kept by Sparrow. Look out. He's gobbled up and taken to the ground as the hit's made there by Jacob Kirkaby. And Kirkaby comes flying in and wraps him up. It's a loss of 2 on the play. And Minot High is going to have to put a foot down it and boot this one away on the 4th down. And 5 to go here in the first quarter of football. 10:21 left here in the first quarter. Minot High is going to put it away. Sparrow is going to be the punter here for the Magi. As the ball marked at midfield, it's
Going to be punted well all the way back to the 30. Fair catch is called. It's going to take a Sheyenne bounce back up to the 34-yard line. And that's where Sheyenne goes to work for the first time here tonight on their home field on senior night. We're going to look at Grant Workentine, the senior quarterback, and a kid that was good on the basketball court last year, good on the football field again here this year. Workentine, 6 foot tall, 175 pounds, plays in the backfield on the defensive side of the ball. The quarterback here on the offensive side of the ball. Workentine wearing number 16 tonight on your television screen. Sheyenne has a motion man in the back. The handoff's going to be taken ahead forward, running way downhill on that play is Hendricks. And Hendricks runs it all the way up to just about the 44-yard line. And it's going to be a second down and 1 here for Sheyenne. Talk about Sheyenne coming in at 5-0, a football team that on the season has really flexed their muscle around North Dakota high school football, and a team that you can plan on seeing trying to get back to the Dakota Bowl for the 3rd straight time here in 2021. They're the favorite coming out of the East region. Ball carried ahead forward by Connor Entz. And Entz is going to move the chains, the first down of the football game. First down of the football game. And it's Sheyenne that carries it across midfield all the way up to the Minot High 48-yard line. And a first down and 10 coming here for the home team. Well, you hear that wind just howling here in West Fargo tonight. Most of the fans buttoned up and warm jackets here this evening. Ball's going to be carried to the outside, trying to break around the edge goes Rahr. Rahr's all the way up to the Minot High 31-yard line. Another first down, and here comes Sheyenne early on in the ball game tonight on their first possession. They're going to carry it on 2 plays for 2 first downs. And you hear the PA announcer coming alive again here for Sheyenne, as we'll have another first down and 10 coming here for Sheyenne. Big thanks to our friends here tonight at Tires Plus. All brands under one roof with the guaranteed lowest prices and their service after the sale with the Tires Plus plan. Find them online, TiresPlusND.com. Little quick hitter to the outside, intended there for Logan Holsing. And the incomplete pass will bring up a second down and 10 here for Sheyenne. Roger Ward Moving and Storage has been proudly helping the region with their moving and storage needs since 1942. Find them online, RogerWardMovingandStorage.com to schedule a move or to find a quote, RogerWardMovingandStorage.com. Again, a proud supporter of North Dakota high school football and high school athletics. Same with Jobbers Moving and Storage down to the capital city. Handoff right forward up to the 25-yard line, and barreling his way through again is 27. Caden Rahr, and Rahr's up again close to that 25-yard line. Brings up a 3rd down and a long 3 to go here for Sheyenne, depending on how you look at it. Really not that long the way they've ran the football up the field here tonight, playing some smash mouth ball against the Magi, number 2 out of the West region currently. Workentine on the quarterback keeper is going to work his way up to the 15, down to the 10, over to the 5-yard line. Workentine gets it all the way inside the red zone, and Tyler Minot was there to shut the door. It was almost 6-0 Sheyenne early on here tonight on the quarterback keeper, and the senior Grant Workentine trying to make his way into the end zone. Well, this trip into the red zone tonight brought to you by our friends at the UPS store. They're located on South Broadway in Minot, open Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 7. Saturdays, 8:30 to 3. The UPS store and the Marketplace Foods Plaza. How about that cut? Right to the goal line, all the way to the line. Is he in? Touchdown. Connor Entz is in. And the first points of tonight's game belong to Connor Entz on a 5-yard scramble into the end zone. 7:45 left here in the first quarter of play. And West Fargo Sheyenne is on the board with Entz into the end zone. Here comes the point after attempt to the 6-0 score here for Sheyenne on top of the Magi here tonight. Fake on the extra point attempt up into the end zone, going up, coming down with it. How about that play there from Carter Mentz? He went
up, and they complete the 2-point conversion, and it's an 8-0 ball game. Cheyenne's on top early in this one on the First International Bank and Trust scoreboard. When we come back here to the Essentia Health Mustang Stadium, Minot High gets the ball back. But it's the Mustangs on their first possession of the football game that march down and score. It's 8-0 on the First International Bank and Trust scoreboard. Cheyenne leads early here tonight.
Smiles come from Vibetta Orthodontics. Vibetta Orthodontics is a certified Invisalign provider. Invisalign fits your budget and your lifestyle. Braces for children, teens, and adults with affordable monthly payments. Schedule your complimentary consultation and exam by logging on to VibettaOrthodontics.com or by calling 701-839-6010.
Great smiles come from Vibetta Orthodontics.
Cheyenne didn't take long to come out of the gate swinging tonight. They take an 8-0 lead on their first possession of the ball game on their home field tonight here in West Fargo. Nick Holberg back at Essentia Health Football Field here in West Fargo, North Dakota. Minot High is going to get the ball back for their second possession of the contest here tonight, with Cheyenne leading 8-0 on the First International Bank and Trust scoreboard here tonight. Well, we'll have Minot High coming back to the field. There is a call on the play. White hat here tonight. The out-of-bounds kick will have Minot High with field position marked right at just about the 40, let's call it the 43-yard line. And the Magi go to work for the second time here tonight. They went 3 and out on their last possession to open the ball game. Sitting here with 7:45 left in the first quarter. Handoff's going to be taken here to Blaze Ferry. He's up ahead, and Ferry gains about 4 on the play, and the Magi have a second down.
22,
and 6 to go. Make that more of a 3-yard gain there for the Magi.
For about 3 yards.
Once again, you can join the matchup in Bismarck tonight, where Shanley, number 3 inside of North Dakota football, takes on number 1 Century tonight. That matchup on the PSP Network with Scott Woodmansey and Chuck Claremont. Big thanks to those guys tonight to Bismarck with the call. We'll get an update for you here in just a moment. There's a handoff right up the middle. It comes, and cutting back over the 50-yard line.
Number 23, Talon Junt.
And Talon Junt's ahead forward with the football about it high.
Stop made by the Mustangs.
Since with a second, making third down. And 4 to go here in this first quarter, trailing 8-0 on the First International Bank and Trust scoreboard. 6:48 ticking away here in the first quarter of football. A wideout on each side for the Magi. 2 in the backfield. Sparrows under center. He's going to hand this one off, and again it's Junt barreling ahead forward, and Junt's got the first down for the Magi. And Minot High will move the chains for the first time here tonight as the ball over the 50-yard line into Cheyenne territory, marked at the 45-yard line. Hey, by the way, you can join Scott Woodmansey tomorrow morning at the stadium every Saturday with Scott Woodmansey live from the stadium. It's overtime with Scott Woodmansey. Hope you join us tomorrow for the sports talk show in Western North Dakota, when he has some guests lined up tomorrow that should be pretty good again. There goes Blaze Ferry. He's got about a 4-yard gain on the play. Making a 2-yard gain on the play again. I don't know what I'm looking at here. And it's going to be a second down and 8 to go for the Magi.
Gain of about 2.5 yards on the play. Makes it second along 7.
Two wideouts over on the right side. One on the left, handoff right back in behind. Look out, there's a stop from Cheyenne on the handoff attempt for Minot High, as Ferry was shut down in a quick hurry. On the stop was Matt Tribe, and Tribe comes up with the stop, brings up a third down. Minot High might have even lost a yard on the play. 7 to go for the Magi. 8-0 Cheyenne on top. 5:19 left here in the first quarter. Well, you hear the rumble from the Cheyenne fans. They come to volume in a big way. 2 wideouts on the right side, 1 on the left. 1 in the backfield for Minot High, and Chauncey Hendershot's out on the field. He's going to call a timeout for the Magi
He wants to talk things over. We'll break aside as well. 5 minutes, 7 seconds left here in quarter number 1 tonight to the First International Bank and Trust scoreboard. Sheyenne leads 8-0. It's North Dakota high school football here on the PSP Network.
Life is all about moments. Big moments. Small moments. And those moments you can't put into words. It's how we at First International Bank and Trust live first and have been for more than 110 years. One customer, one family, one moment at a time. First International Bank and Trust. Live first.
Johnsy Hendershot out of the timeout for the Magi has the game plan in place here for Minot High. It's still a 3rd down and 7 to go for the Magi. Ball snap back. It's Sparrow that has a little quick hitter up across the middle. Ball all the way over to the 40-yard line. And completing the play, Tyler Johnson. And Johnson's going to be wrangled up there. There you hear the call. Tanner Heddle had the stop. And it brings up a 4th down and 2 to go for the Magi. And Minot High is going to go for it. Wide out on each side for the Magi. Quarterback keeper ahead forward. There is a flag on the play. And we'll have the call coming from the white hat in just a moment here. Did Sparrow get ahead of the play enough to pick up the 1st down, or where will we be here with the call? Here it is.
Full start call against the offense.
Full start on the Magi. That's going to bump them up. 4th down and 7 down for the Magi. And that's going to bring the special teams unit on. Minot High is going to punt this one away. Sparrow's going to be back again to punt it away here for Minot High. Trailing 8-0 in the first quarter. 4:29 ticks away on the First International Bank and Trust scoreboard.
Back in punt formation.
Ball's going to be taken.
Quarterback number 4, James
back at
Sparrow.
the 20-yard line here for Cheyenne as Sparrow hammers that one back and letting it roll there. Minot High will touch the ball at the 15-yard line as it was kicked off to 23. Ruben Dye, and Dye just let it go back there to the 20, make it 16 or 17-yard line. And Cheyenne comes back up for a 1st and 10 situation here in the first quarter with 4:12 remaining. They scored on the opening drive of the ball game here today. They marched it down the field. And a 4-yard run was put into the end zone by Cheyenne to make it 6-0. They completed the 2-point conversion after Entz ran it in for the TD. Here's the handoff all the way up over the 20-yard line. There's going to be a good gain on the play here for Cheyenne. And it brings up a 2nd down and roughly 5 to go here for the Mustangs. Well, Jeremy Newton, the head coach here of the Mustangs on the near sideline, has the conversation with Workentine as quarterback. They rush the play back in. And the Mustangs set up with a 2nd down and 4 to go. Under 3:40 ticking away here in the opening quarter of football. Ball's worked up to the 25-yard line. And then Minot High's defense comes up and pushes everybody back. And that's going to bring up the 3rd down situation now with 2 yards to go here for the Mustang. Tucked back in their own territory. Well, the rain's starting to come down here at Cheyenne tonight. You can see that up in the lights as you look into it here just a bit. It's a little chilly here tonight in West Fargo. Motion man here for Cheyenne trying to get Minot High to jump. They can't do it. Workentine hands it off. Here's a cut back up the middle again with the football goes Hendricks. And Hendricks moves and grooves, gets it over the 29-yard line for a 1st down. And the chains move here for Cheyenne. Well, Hendricks is a player that you're going to want to keep your eyes on. The senior, 220 pounds and 6 feet tall. He moves in a quick hurry, kind of like the refrigerator coming at you here. 1st down and 10. Ball at the 30-yard line. Hand it off again. Entz is going to try to hit the edge out to the outside. He's going to be hauled up on the play. And the stop coming there from Minot High's. We'll see if we can get an official call on it. I believe it was a stop coming there from
Carry by number 6, Connor.
Well, let's listen in.
Stop made by number 49, Elijah Wood.
Elijah Wood's the one that gets the credit with the stop here for the Magi, officially in the scorebook. Second down at 7 here for the Mustangs. Quarterback keeper working teen, flicks it off here to the near side. Big run there, comes all the way up to the 35-yard line. Look out, and taking the worst of that one was Brett Thompson as Rahr runs it downhill, smashes into Thompson, and it brings up a third down and 4 to go here for Sheyenne. First quarter, we're under 2 minutes to play in the opening quarter of football tonight, 1:44 to be exact. Third down and 3. Ball marked at the 36-yard line. Sheyenne moving and grooving here. The handoff again comes ahead forward. Roar got it again. He's going to be pushed back. And it will bring up a fourth down, or where will they mark the football here? Will we have a measurement coming? They're going to say it's a first down, Sheyenne, and Cheyenne's got another first down to their name here in the ball game with 1:24 left in this opening quarter of football. 8-0. Mustangs are on top here tonight. Well, Minot High, a team coming into tonight's matchup defensively per game. 3 games played inside of conference play. They give up 484 yards through the air a game and 524 on the ground. Minot High looking to work on those numbers here on the team defense side of things. They average giving up 336 yards per game of total offense for their opposition. And Cheyenne's a team that's chomping at the bit to go 6-0 here in the 2021 campaign, and a football team, again, trying to get back to the Dakota Bowl for the 3rd straight time here in 2021. Working team throws it across the middle, has the open receiver all the way up to the 30-yard line. Pass was caught, and Working team connects with Rahr, and it's another first down and a big chain mover that time for Sheyenne. 26 seconds remaining in the first quarter here tonight. Minot was back there in the free safety position, came up with the stop for the Magi. Minot would have been down there. It would have been a 14-0 ball game in favor of Sheyenne. Over on the left half, Working team's going to take it here. Handoff again, moving ahead forward all the way up to the 20-yard line, trying to crash into the red zone was Rahr, and Rahr's going to put an end to quarter number 1 here tonight. Cheyenne's got great field position as we'll head the other way now, moving into quarter number 2. On the First International Bank and Trust scoreboard, Cheyenne scores on their opening drive of the ball game tonight to lead 8-0. It's North Dakota High School football here on the PSP Network. Second quarter comes up next.
At Shots Crossroads, we make 8 gallons of homemade ranch dressing every day, so you can smother your dinner salad with it, dip those crispy golden French fries in it, and dunk your breaded chicken strips. You can even cover your... Wait, no. You can't put ranch on steak. Or can you? Shots Crossroads. Don't forget the ranch.
Life is all about moments. Big moments. Small moments. And those moments you can't put into words. It's how we at First International Bank and Trust live first and have been for more than 110 years. One customer, one family, one moment at a time. First International Bank and Trust. Live first.
Stop made once again by number 11, Jonas Bubak.
Jonas Bubak's got the stop for the Magi as the Mustangs try to crash in for their second score of the ball game here tonight. Thanks for joining us on the PSP Network for North Dakota High School football here tonight. Working team's going to come back up to the line of scrimmage, one of the backfield. Motion man again, it's Rahr again to the outside, trying to find the edge. Rahr's going to be taken down there
And Minot High is going to come up with a stop from Pankow, and Pankow will make the stop, still having a second down. And just about 7 to go here for the Mustangs as we start our second quarter of football here tonight. 11:15 remaining in this second quarter, or in the first half here tonight. Once again, Nick Colbert, glad to have you aboard on the PSP Network for North Dakota high school football here tonight. Ball's going to be handed off again, head forward all the way up inside the 5-yard line. Where do they spot the football? Will it be a first and goal situation? It will. Hendricks ahead forward again. And Cheyenne's got a fresh set of downs here with 10:55 left in our first half of football, trying to pressure to see if they can get in the end zone to punch in 6 more here tonight.
Makes it first and goal for Cheyenne.
First and goal for Cheyenne. Working Teen hands it off right up the middle, and into the end zone goes number 32, Hendricks. And Josh Hendricks scores here with 10:37 left in the second quarter.
32, Josh Hendricks.
What a 3-yard run, and Hendricks is in to make it 14-0. Will Cheyenne go for the extra point, or will they go for the 2-point conversion again like they did on their first score of the ball game? We'll have that decision coming here in just a moment. 14-0, Cheyenne leading. Well, they're going to go for 2 again. Working Teen hands it off again, right up the middle, right to the goal line. In again, this time it's Rar. And Rar's in. It's 16-0 in favor of Cheyenne with 10:37 left here in the second quarter of football. And it's a 16-0 lead for the EDC top seed and the number 2 seed inside of North Dakota high school football, according to the media poll. On senior night here tonight, Cheyenne dominating performance early at 16-0 on the First International Bank and Trust scoreboard. Don't go anywhere. Minot High gets the ball back when we return. It's North Dakota high school football here on the PSP Network.
Remember where this goes?
I don't know.
Are you sure it was a clicking and not a zoom, zoom?
I think your quash litter valve's stuck.
Do you even have insurance?
If we soak it, it should be good.
No matter how much you know or don't know about your vehicle, trust the experts at Tires Plus. Real answers from real mechanics.
Purchase 4 eligible Firestone tires and receive up to $120 in a prepaid Visa gift card. Thinking service? Think Tires Plus.
Well, 16-0. It's Cheyenne on top of the Magi from Minot High here tonight. In this showdown of an East versus West sort here tonight in the 5th all-time meeting between Minot High and West Fargo Cheyenne. Ball's going to be fielded at the Minot High 25-yard line. Kitchen takes it all the way up to the 40 where he's ridden on a play. And Minot High will have a first down and 10. Make that Jonas Bubak actually on the carry back for Minot High. And the Magi will have a first down and 10 coming from their 40-yard line. Well, Nick Colbert, glad to have you aboard tonight here on the PSP Network for North Dakota high school football here tonight. Again, we are in our second quarter of action here tonight. And it's West Fargo Cheyenne that has mustered up a 16-0 lead on the First International Bank and Trust scoreboard. Sparrow's going to air this one out, sends it way downfield to the 30-yard line. And incomplete on the attempt coming there. It's going to bring up a second down here for the Magi. That one was intended for Kinchin, the 5'10" junior. It was incomplete. Minot High will have a second down and 10 coming from their own territory here at the 40-yard line. Well, who do you have tomorrow, North Dakota or North Dakota State? The Bison and Hawks renew the rivalry tomorrow at the Alaris Center in Grand Forks. Sparrow's going to hand this one off, breaking free up the middle. Here goes Blaze Ferry. He's up and free over the 40-yard line, and Blaze Ferry has the biggest run of the ball game for the Magi. Moves the change, crosses over midfield. He's up to the Cheyenne 40-yard line, and Minot High's on the move here as we approach the tail end of half number 1. That's kind of a lie. 10-10 left here in half number 1. Nevertheless,
Minot High moving and grooving as Blaze Ferry had the run there for the Magi. Handoff again. This time it's going to be brought ahead forward only momentarily. It stopped in his tracks was Talon Junt. And Junt moves it ahead forward, but the stop was going to be made there by Theron Parson. And Parson comes up and shuts the door here for the Mustangs. Now we're down to 9:40 left here in the second quarter of football. Minot High sitting on a second down and 10. Right to the original line of scrimmage as the Magi continue to move and groove into Cheyenne territory. Sparrow's going to hand it off forward. It comes up for about a 3-yard gain. It's Talon Junt, the sophomore, that moves it ahead forward for the Magi. That's one thing for the Magicians. The future is bright. These last 2 seasons for Minot High probably not have been where they've wanted it to be as far as rankings inside of the state and records overall at 2-3 overall here in 2021. The Magi can't be too terribly disappointed with that. They've got a couple wins on the season. However, from years past where Minot High has been in that Dakota Bowl, a little bit different than some of the tradition here, but certainly a hard-working football team, and Chauncey Hendershot has them moving in the right direction, including this drive right here as Sparrow carries it ahead forward, and Minot High's got another first down. 8:45 left here in the half. 16-0. Cheyenne on top on the First International Bank and Trust scoreboard. Minot High's going to move it up to the line of scrimmage where the ball is spotted just inside the 30-yard line. A wide out on the left, one on the right as well. As Sparrow's going to take it here. He's going to roll out of the pocket over to the near side, throws it ahead forward, connects with Kinchin, and Kinchin reels it in for the Magi. And the junior
number 15
is going to grab a first down on the play for the Magi. And Minot High doing a nice job on the offensive side of the ball, moving it down inside the red zone. Here with 8:16 ticking away in the first half. They trail 16-0, but Minot High's on the move on this drive. As again, Kinchin connects there with Sparrow, the quarterback for the Magi. Ball marked just inside the 20-yard line. They're in the red zone. This one delivered by our friends at Roger Ward Moving and Storage. Find them online, rogerwardmovingandstorage.com. Again, right up the middle again for Minot High. And it's Blaze Ferry that is going to pick up about 5 on the play for Minot High. And the Magicians doing good work on this offensive possession. Well, Chauncey Hendershot, I've never played for him, but I've known him for a long, long time. He's a guy that just seems to have things under control, following in the footsteps of Barry Holman, who was one of the greats in North Dakota football for many, many years. Ball's going to be taken here and rolling out. Sparrow fires it down to the corner of the end zone. Ball was touched there, intended on the play there for number 24. Make that Tyler Junt.
Pass defended by number 11, Kellen Entz. No gain in play. Remains 3rd and 5.
Incomplete pass. Going to bring up a 3rd down at 5 for the Magi. Intended for Talon Junt is who is it intended for. Number 23 for the Magi. Sparrow, the quarterback keeper, is going to take this one here. He's going to be wrangled up in a hurry. Still trying to push ahead forward on the 3rd down, and it looks like we might see Peyton Barch to come out to see if he can put one through the uprights for the Magi on the 4th down situation. Is that what we'll see here coming from Chauncey Hendershot to the Minot High coaching staff? We are down to 6:52 ticking away in the opening half of football. Minot High trailing 16-0 on the First International Bank and Trust scoreboard. 4th down and 3. Minot High is going to go for it deep inside the red zone. They've got March that can boot it, but they've got faith in their quarterback. Sparrow with 2 in the backfield, a wide out on each side. Sparrow's going to roll it out to the near side. He's going to fire it over to the corner of the end zone. Incomplete pass. Cheyenne's going to get the ball on the turnover on downs. And back to work will go the Mustangs deep inside their own territory, marked at their 12-yard line. And it will be a 1st and 10 here for Cheyenne.
Well, you got to like the risky play call there from Chauncey Hendershot and the Magi, trailing by 16 in this first half. Trying to see if they could claw their way back into this ball game. Not really out of it that far, but down 16-0 against one of the top dogs in all of North Dakota Class AA football. You know you've got your work cut out for you, and a big defensive stop is needed here now for the Magi. As again, it's the Mustangs that look to see if they can continue to put the foot on the gas pedal here. And the run again brings up a gain of about 4 on the play and a second down and 6 to go. As 6:10 ticks away in our opening half of football.
On the carry.
Quarterback keeper there for Cheyenne, by the way. Workentine brought it ahead forward. And Bubak made the stop for the Magi. Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, of course, as well. Follow us to stay up to date with all the athletics from around North Dakota high school sports and the WDA. Workentine hands it off, and the big man moves it ahead forward again, up over the 25-yard line, and Hendricks continues to move. He's a fun player to watch. Big barreling running back from the backfield. We talked about him at 6 feet tall, 220 pounds. Looks like nothing but muscle, and he muscles his way for another first down. 5:27 ticks away here in the opening half. Cheyenne's on top of 2-point conversions. 16-0 here tonight on their home field. All the way over to the left side. It's going to come all the way up again into the hands of Ensign. Ensign will run it ahead forward. Gains about 5 on the play, and it's a second down and 5 to go here for Cheyenne as that light sprinkle continues to come down here on the west side of Fargo, North Dakota, in West Fargo tonight. There you get a good look at the rain here in West Fargo this evening. It's coming down pretty good, isn't it? The turf field, this place put together back in 2016, first senior class at West Fargo Cheyenne. Ball's going to be handed off again out to the outside, trying to find the edge, and does, cutting back all the way back up to just about the 46-yard line. And Rahr's on the move again. They've got a couple backs here in Cheyenne that can make it work for them as Rahr moves it ahead forward all the way up to the 46-yard line. The chains move, and it's a first down and 10 for Cheyenne. Under 4.5 to play here in this first half. We're down to 4:23 remaining in the first half of football. Ball's going to be taken here by Cheyenne right at midfield. Ball's going to be handed off to the near side, crossing up over the 50-yard line. Badeau's in on the stop. And again, it's Entz on the run. And Entz picks up another 4 on the play. And it's a second down and 6 to go here for Cheyenne. Stick around tonight for the Shots Crossroads Restaurant postgame show tonight. They're the headquarters for our postgame. Get filled up on delicious food at Shots Crossroads Restaurant, that famous number 99. We like the karma roll out there, of course. All of it's good. Head forward as Hendricks is going to barrel his way almost up to that first down marker. Going to bring up a third down and about a yard to go here for the Mustangs. Shots Crossroads, by the way, you can order online, shotscrossroads.com. Team buses are always welcome as well at Shots Crossroads. Big thanks to Shots Crossroads Restaurant. Open 24/7, 365 at Shots Crossroads. Handoff again here to Entz, and Entz is going to move it ahead forward. He's up over the 45-yard line, and a first down coming down for Cheyenne. They move the chains again as time ticks away down to 3 minutes and 9 seconds here in the first half of football. Mick Holberg, glad to have you aboard here again tonight on the PSP Network. 2 of the top 3 teams inside of North Dakota on the air tonight to the PSP Network with Shanley and Century. The other one that's in the mix, number 2 in the state, Cheyenne, right here on the PSP Network as well. And Cheyenne trying to flex some more muscle on the Magi as it's carried ahead forward there by Rahr. Rahr's going to pick up a few on the play, making about 4 for Rahr. And it's a second down and 6 to go here for the Mustangs. On the First International Bank and Trust scoreboard, they lead 16-0. Let's see if we can get an update from you from Bismarck here tonight. Again on the PSP Network. It's Sheyenne and Century going toe-to-toe here tonight. Scott Woodmansey and Chuck Claremont have the call of that one. On the second down, it's going to be taken a move to head forward all the way up past the first down marker again to the 30-yard line. And it's Sheyenne that will move the chains one more time. At the half, it's Shanley leading Century by a score of 7-0.
Josh Hendricks.
Hendricks moved it ahead forward. Another first down. We're down to 2 minutes and 5 seconds to play here in this second quarter of football. Big thanks again to our friends at Clean Tech, coming to the rescue since 1992. Clean Tech LLC providing COVID-19 disaster response and restoration services and COVID cleaning for your home or business at Clean Tech. Let me start that one over. Clean Tech providing COVID-19 deep cleaning services for your home or your business with Clean Tech LLC. There we go. The proactive deep cleaning service includes disinfecting and sanitizing. Don't forget about Clean Tech's 24/7 disaster response and restoration services. Find them online, cleantechllc.us. Clean Tech coming to the rescue since 1992. See, the lights are off in the press box here tonight so we can see the field just a bit better. And apparently in my old age, as I continue to get older and older, I might need some glasses potentially. Maybe that's the issue. There's a timeout on the field, and a conversation will continue at the Sheyenne 40-yard line, the Minot High 30, as Sheyenne continues to try to tack it on here with 96 seconds remaining in this first half of football. Rain continues to come down here at Essentia Health Mustang Stadium. On the west side of West Fargo that is. On the south side of West Fargo is what I'm trying to say. Continuing the conversation here on the timeout. As Sheyenne has the ball inside the Minot High 30-yard line. Big thanks again to the UPS store located on South Broadway in Minot. They're open Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 7, Saturdays 8:30 to 3. It's the UPS store for all your packing and shipping needs. Workenteen's got it here. He falls back to pass for the first time here tonight. But there's going to be a false start on the offense, I do believe.
False start.
It is a false start.
Number 6, Connor Entz.
Entz was the one charged with the flag, so the ball's going to move back 5 yards, and it's going to be a second down at about 14 here for Sheyenne as we approach the end of this first half of football. Minute 35 to tick away here on the First International Bank and Trust scoreboard. It is Sheyenne on top tonight, 16-0, as they continue to look for more at the end of our first half of football. 2 wideouts on the left, 2 on the right. Workenteen's going to fall back to pass, throws it up across the middle, and there are flags on the play. Pass interference flags coming here in just a moment. The pass was intended there for Matt Tribe. Or was it 32 Hendricks? They're going to say Hendricks instead of Tribe. My apologies. Here's the call. Call will be on the Magi, it looks like. So from the line of scrimmage.
Pass interference called against the Magicians. Number 52.
15-yard penalty, and the ball's inside the red zone now here for Sheyenne. And it brings up
that yardage going to be good enough for
the first down and 10 here for Sheyenne. Mustangs are on the move into the Minot High red zone. Workenteen on the keeper again. He's going to roll it out over to the right side. Connects there, moving ahead forward with the recepted pass.
Workenteen's pass complete to number 87, Xander Newton.
And Newton's on the reception. And again, the Mustangs moving the football nicely inside the Minot High red zone. We're down to 1:09 remaining here in the opening half of football. Play clock's at 27. Mustangs have plenty of time as they try to add to their 16-0 lead on the First International Bank and Trust scoreboard. Under center it comes. Workenteen's going to hand it off. The big man moves it ahead forward again all the way down inside the 2-yard line. And he hands it off to Rar. And Rar
when he gets moving and grooving, he is tough to stop. It's actually Hendricks that had the football. My apologies. First down, Mustangs. Ball's marked at the 2-yard line. Well, the Magi are going to need a stop here tonight if they want to hope. We're down to 40 seconds to play in this first half. Hand it off again. Over to the right side. Right to the goal line. Falling ahead forward. And the Mustangs are on the board again. They add 6 more. As that time, Hendricks runs it in from just about 3 yards out.
3-yard touchdown run by number 32, Josh Hendricks.
Hendricks' second touchdown of the ball game here tonight. And that will make it 22-0 in favor of Cheyenne on the First International Bank and Trust scoreboard. And they're going to go for more points again here. Working Teed pitches that one ahead. And the 2-point conversion is good again.
41 Race Wilson.
Wilson's going to crash in for the 2-point conversion, and it's 24-0 on the First International Bank and Trust scoreboard. Cheyenne is on top here tonight to Minot High on the First International Bank and Trust scoreboard. 33 seconds remain in this opening half of football. It's been all Mustangs on the scoreboard. Minot High gets the ball back for one final drive when we return. It is North Dakota High School football here on the PSP Network.
Shots Crossroads. We make 8 gallons of homemade ranch dressing every day, so you can smother your dinner salad with it, dip those crispy golden French fries in it, and dunk your breaded chicken strips. You can even cover your... Wait, no. You can't put ranch on steak, or can you? Shots Crossroads. Don't forget the ranch.
Nothing like that ranch at Shots Crossroads Econo Stop, is there? That stuff truly is delicious. Well, the ball is going to be sent back into Minot High territory. It's picked up by Kinchin all the way up over the 40-yard line. Kinchin trying to break free. He's up over the 50, down to the 40. Inside the 40-yard line here for Cheyenne as Ty Kinchin has another nice run back for the Magi. Good field position as Minot High looking to see if they can put one on the board here to end our first half of football, trailing 24-0 on the First International Bank and Trust scoreboard. Ball's going to be set up here at the 38-yard line.
First and 10 on the 38.
Wideouts on each side, 2 over on the left, 1 on the right for the Magi. And back under center for the Magicians. Taken and fired out over to the far side. Ball's going to be caught and then wrestled all the way back is Ethan Pankow on the receptive pass there from Sparrow. And we'll have a second down coming here for the Magi and about 8 to go. Here with 17 seconds remaining in our first half of football. Minot High is going to call another timeout. We'll do the same thing. Chauncey Hendershot talks things over with the Magi trying to get on the board here tonight, trailing by 24. It's North Dakota High School football here on the PSP Network. 30-inch Galactic Pizza is out of this world. There's nothing like it anywhere else in Minot. Too much to handle? Try one of our famous large specialty pizzas like the Blue Buffalo. Get the best pizza in Minot and play some laser tag. At Planet Pizza, South Broadway, Minot. Well, the Magi trying to see if they can come up with some magic here tonight. In West Fargo, the cheerleading staff here tonight. As always, those young ladies and young gentlemen for the Minot High cheerleading staff, they do a fantastic job, don't they? They always do. Always in the conversation for one of the best cheerleading programs in the state of North Dakota, it seems, each and every year. Second down and 8 to go, but time is running out for the Magi. 17 seconds remain in the first half. Rain continues to come down. Sparrow's going to air it out. Sends it all the way down the sideline. Pankow, the intended receiver again, and he overthrew him. Brings it to 11 seconds remaining on the First International Bank and Trust scoreboard with the time remaining on the clock, and we're sitting at a 24-0 score in favor of Cheyenne. They're on top here tonight.
For the Magicians.
Well, Sparrow's going to bring in another play call here with 11 seconds remaining. And it could be the final play in this first half of football for the Magi, depending on how they set it up. It's a third down and 8 to go for the Magi. Sparrow under center again. Wideouts on each side, two in the backfield. Ball's going to be handed off, and Blaze Ferry's ahead forward with it. He's wrestled down, and it's going to bring up a fourth down. And
Handoff goes to number 7.
Fourth down and 1. Let's see here.
Stop made by the Mustangs, number 55.
We're down to 5 seconds remaining.
Carson makes it
Timeout again for Minot High is what the situation is. Well, do they bring Peyton Barch in to kick a field goal here for the Magi? Or do they go for a shot to the end zone? Barch was here before the ball game tonight warming up the kicking leg, and he's a kicker for the Magi that can certainly get the job done. Do they bring him out? Looks like they are going to bring out Peyton Barch to see if he can put it through the uprights. Ball's going to be marked at the 34-yard line. This would be a big one for Barch and the Magi. As the first half comes to a close, Barch puts it up. Does it have the distance? It's got the distance. He just sent it to the left and no good. First half comes to a close on the PSP Network. It's all Cheyenne here tonight. They lead the Magi by a score of 24-0. It's North Dakota High School football on the PSP Network. Stick around for our Premier Chiropractic intermission report. PremierChiropracticND.com. Find them online. That's our family's choice for chiropractic care in the Magic City for a good reason. Premier Chiropractic brings you the halftime show coming up in just a moment. All Cheyenne Mustangs tonight, 24-0 at the break. It's North Dakota High School football here on the PSP Network.
The magic of what we do really comes down to combining different aspects of patient care. Here at Premier Chiropractic, we love combining soft tissue work, the adjustment, and exercises together. We found that this gets the best results for our patients. We have 3 chiropractors to fit the needs of the entire family, a rehab area for our exercises and equipment for any athlete to improve performance. Give us a call and we will get you back to doing what you love.
Life is all about moments. Big moments. Small moments. And those moments you can't put into words. It's how we at First International Bank and Trust live first and have been for more than 110 years. One customer, one family, one moment at a time. First International Bank and Trust. Live first.
Internet is an essential part of life today, so why is it so hard to figure out how much speed you actually need? At SRT, we provide fast, reliable internet packages to help you live your best internet lifestyle, so you can enjoy seamless connections across every device in every room. Bump up your speed and improve your gaming stats. Upgrade to our new faster packages up to 1 gig. It doesn't have to be difficult to get Wi-Fi that works. Contact SRT and start loving your internet.
If you told me 10 years ago I'd be a dad, homeowner, and business partner, I wouldn't have believed it. There's lots of reasons I chose First Western.
Hey Lloyd, how are you today?
Locally owned, community invested, but most of all, whatever I need, wherever I am, I can count on them.
First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
The magic of what we do really comes down to combining different aspects of patient care. Here at Premier Chiropractic, we love combining soft tissue work, the adjustment, and exercises together. We found that this gets the best results for our patients. We have 3 chiropractors to fit the needs of the entire family, a area for our exercises and equipment for any athlete to improve performance. Give us a call and we will get you back to doing what you love.
At Shots Crossroads, we make 8 gallons of homemade ranch dressing every day, so you can smother your dinner salad with dip those crispy golden French fries in it and dunk your breaded chicken strips. You can even cover your... Wait, no. You can't put ranch on steak. Or can you? Shots Crossroads. Don't forget the ranch.
You remember where this goes?
I don't know.
Are you sure it was a clicking and not a zzz, zzz?
I think your quash-later valve's stuck.
Do you even have insurance?
If we soak it, it should be good.
No matter how much you know or don't know about your vehicle, trust the experts at Tires Plus. Real answers from real mechanics.
Purchase 4 eligible Firestone tires and receive up to $120 in a prepaid Visa gift card. Thinking service? Think Tires Plus.
Life is all about moments. Big moments. Small moments. And those moments you can't put into words. It's how we at First International Bank and Trust live first and have been for more than 110 years. One customer, one family, one moment at a time. First International Bank and Trust. Live first.
Great smiles come from Vibetta Orthodontics. Vibetta Orthodontics is a certified Invisalign provider. Invisalign fits your budget and your lifestyle. Braces for children, teens, and adults with affordable monthly payments. Schedule your complimentary consultation and exam by logging on to VibettaOrthodontics.com or by calling 701-839-6010.
Great smiles come from Vibetta Orthodontics.
You remember where this goes?
I don't know.
Are you sure it was a clicking and not a zzz, zzz?
I think your quash-later valve's stuck.
Do you even have insurance?
If we soak it, it should be good.
No matter how much you know or don't know about your vehicle, trust the experts at Tires Plus. Real answers from real mechanics.
Purchase 4 eligible Firestone tires and receive up to $120 in a prepaid Visa gift card. Thinking service? Think Tires Plus.
The magic of what we do really comes down to combining different aspects of patient care. Here at Premier Chiropractic, we love combining soft tissue work, the adjustment, and exercises together. We found that this gets the best results for our patients. We have 3 chiropractors to fit the needs of the entire family, a rehab area for our exercises and equipment for any athlete to improve performance. Give us a call and we will get you back to doing what you love.
Great smiles come from Vibetta Orthodontics. Vibetta Orthodontics is a certified Invisalign provider. Invisalign fits your budget and your lifestyle. Braces for children, teens, and adults with affordable monthly payments. Schedule your complimentary consultation and exam by logging on to VibettaOrthodontics.com or by calling 701-839-6010.
Great smiles come from Vibetta Orthodontics.
If you told me 10 years ago I'd be a dad, homeowner, and business partner, I wouldn't have believed it. There's lots of reasons I chose First Western.
Hey Lloyd, how are you today?
Locally owned, community invested, convenient, but most of all, whatever I need, wherever I am, I can count on them.
First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
The senior that we wanted to recognize that has been watching over
West Fargo, Sheyenne tonight as we sit.
in 2019.
All West Fargo, Cheyenne tonight as we sit in our Premier Chiropractic halftime reports. It's the Mustangs that lead 24-0 on the First International Bank and Trust scoreboards. We sit in our Premier Chiropractic halftime report. Premier Chiropractic focused on improving the health of Minot and the surrounding areas through the most cutting-edge advances in natural health care today. Dr. Kirk Mason, Dr. Coney Haugen, and Dr. Becky Perry-Domries can be found at PremierChiropracticND.com. A big thank you to Premier Chiropractic ND, again a proud supporter of North Dakota High School athletics, proud supporter of these matchups here on the PSP Network. We certainly appreciate them bringing you the contest here tonight on the PSP Network and our halftime presentation, where we'll find Minot High down in this matchup with Cheyenne here tonight, 24-0 at the break. An update from Bismarck tonight. Number 1 Century at the half was trailing Shanley by a score of 7-0. We'll see if we can get some other scores from around the region for you folks here tonight. Game reset looks like this. as we get geared up and ready for our second half of football. The game reset brought to you by Roger Ward Moving and Storage, proudly helping the region with their moving and storage needs since 1942. Find them online, RogerWardMovingAndStorage.com. Schedule a move, find a quote. It's all at RogerWardMovingAndStorage.com. A big thank you to them again, and PSP Network getting these games on the air. Well, it was Sheyenne that scored in the first quarter, 7:45 remaining in the first quarter. It was a 4-yard run from Entz to put it in the end zone. That was a score that had them up 6-0. They added two more to make it 8-0 on the 2-point conversion. 10:30, it was a 3-yard scamper as Hendricks ran it in. The 2-point conversion was there again, and Hendricks did the same thing about 5 minutes later to make it a 24-0 ball game, or 22-0 ball game, and then the extra point was converted on again by Sheyenne. That's the scoring, and the game reset brought to you by Roger Ward Moving and Storage, proudly serving the region with moving and storage needs since 1942. Find them online at RogerWardMovingAndStorage.com to schedule a move or to find a quote. It's Roger Ward Moving and Storage. Hey, by the way, don't forget, don't miss Overtime with Scott Woodmansey live from the stadium every Saturday. News, interviews, everything from the sporting world. It's Overtime with Scott Woodmansey Saturdays live on the PSP Network, live from the stadium in the capital city. Join Woody tomorrow again for Overtime with Scott Woodmansey. Well, the Magi are back on the field, and so are the Sheyenne Mustangs. 90 seconds away from the start of our second half of football. We'll break aside and come back with the third quarter of the second half kickoff when we return. It is North Dakota 2A football right here on the PSP Network.
The magic of what we do really comes down to combining different aspects of patient care. Here at Premier Chiropractic, we love combining soft tissue work, the adjustment, and exercises together. We found that this gets the best results for our patients. We have 3 chiropractors to fit the needs of the entire family, a rehab area for our exercises and equipment for any athlete to improve performance. Give us a call and we will get you back to doing what you love.
If you told me 10 years ago I'd be a dad, homeowner, and business partner, I wouldn't have believed it. There's lots of reasons I chose First Western.
Hey Lloyd, how are you today?
Locally owned, community invested, convenient, but most of all, whatever I need, wherever I am, I can count on them.
First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
At Schatz Crossroads, we make 8 gallons of homemade ranch dressing every day, so you can smother your dinner salad with it, dip those crispy golden French fries in it, and dunk your breaded chicken strips. You can even cover your... Wait, no. You can't put ranch on steak. Or can you? Schatz Crossroads. Don't forget the ranch.
Great smiles come from Vibetta Orthodontics. Vibetta Orthodontics is a certified Invisalign provider. Invisalign fits your budget and your lifestyle. Braces for children, teens, and adults with affordable monthly payments. Schedule your complimentary consultation and exam by logging on to VibettaOrthodontics.com or by calling 701-839-6010.
Great smiles come from Vibetta Orthodontics.
That we do really comes down to combining different aspects of patient care. Here at Premier Chiropractic, we love combining soft tissue work, the adjustment, and exercises together. We found that this gets the best results for our patients. We have to fit the needs of the entire family, a rehab area for our exercises and equipment for any athlete to improve performance. Give us a call and we will get you back to doing what you love.
The 30-inch Galactic Pizza is out of this world. There's nothing like it anywhere else in Minot. Too much to handle? Try one of our famous large specialty pizzas like the Blue Buffalo. Get the best pizza at Planet Pizza, South Broadway, Minot.
Great smiles come from Vibeto Orthodontics. Vibeto Orthodontics is a certified Invisalign provider. Invisalign fits your budget and your lifestyle. Braces for children, teens, and adults with affordable monthly payments. Schedule your complimentary consultation and exam by logging on to VibetoOrthodontics.com or by calling 701-839-6010.
Great smiles come from Vibeto Orthodontics.
The magic of what we do really comes down to combining different aspects of patient care. Here at Premier Chiropractic, we love combining soft tissue work, the adjustment, and exercises together. We found that this gets the best results for our patients. We have 3 chiropractors to fit the needs of the entire family, a rehab area for our exercises and equipment for any athlete to improve performance. Give us a call and we will get you back to doing what you love.
In this game between the Minot Magicians and your Cheyenne Mustangs.
Time for half number 2 on the PSP Network. Here tonight, we get geared up and ready for the second half of football. Minot High trailing to the number 2-ranked team in all the land, the Sheyenne Mustangs, 24-0 at the half. Premier Chiropractic halftime report will come to a close. Premier Chiropractic bringing you the halftime show here tonight. Big thank you to Premier Chiropractic, a proud supporter of North Dakota High School athletics. Well, off the opening kickoff to start our second half, it's Sheyenne that's got good field position all the way up over the Minot High 30-yard line. Dick Gustafson had the run back, and it's a first down and 10 from midfield here for Sheyenne. You look at this matchup here tonight, Hendricks with a pair of touchdowns, and Entz with a touchdown tonight as well. And that's where we sit in this ball game on a 24-0 score in favor of Sheyenne here tonight on the First International Bank and Trust scoreboard. Well, the offense comes back to the field here for Cheyenne here this evening, an offense that has been good, one of the tops inside of North Dakota high school football. They come back out, led by Grant Workentine, senior quarterback looking to get back to the Dakota Bowl for the third straight time for West Fargo Cheyenne.
On the carry, number 32, Josh Hendricks, stop made by number 44, Max Cunningham. 5-yard gain for the Mustangs.
4-yard gain there for the Mustangs. That will bring up a second down and 6 to go here for Cheyenne. Back-to-back trips to the Dakota Bowl, back-to-back losses to guess who? Bismarck Century. Will they meet again? They meet in the regular season coming up here in just about a week. I think it is a week. It might be the next matchup. We'll have it for you on the PSP Network. You'll be right here in Cheyenne as these two teams will get together again for a matchup as Century and Bismarck High. Actually, Century and Bismarck High play next Friday night, so it's the week after that Cheyenne will host Bismarck Century. Todd Domries will have the call of that matchup for you on the PSP Network. 10:50 left here in the third quarter. The Mustangs on the move on the opening possession in our second half of football as the ball is going to be carried ahead forward again. And those backs here for Cheyenne have been busy tonight. It's Hendricks again on the carry. And where will they spot the ball? That will matter on whether or not we'll have another first down. We will. And Cheyenne will move the chains one more time. Well, a beautiful facility here at Essentia Health Mustang Stadium here in West Fargo. The rain continues to come down here tonight. It hasn't been a whole ton of rain, but enough to keep that field wet the entire ball game here tonight, as you can see it coming down. Handoff taken there and right behind the line of scrimmage. And on the carry there was 41 for the Mustangs, and that's Race Wilson. Ferry was the one that made the stop on him. It was actually Caden Turnbow, 77, that had the stop in Minot High. Comes up with a loss handed to Cheyenne on the play, a 5-yard loss. And it brings up second down at 16 with 9:50 remaining here in our third quarter of football. Workentine's going to fall back to pass again. Looks to the near side, has the open receiver, and up over the 45 to the 40, and takes it to the out-of-bounds sticks here on the near side as 87, Xander Newton comes up with the reception, and a big gain on the play again for the Mustangs, and Cheyenne continues to move the football. 17 first downs in the first half for Cheyenne. Minot High nowhere near that first half of football. The Mustangs flexing some muscle here tonight. Here's a stat that I found interesting this week in looking at the stats inside of the West region for North Dakota high school football. Isaiah Hoos, the running back from Bismarck High, who was injured about 3 weeks back, he still leads the West region in yards on the season, 431 yards and 4 touchdowns for him. And he's played 3 less games than everybody else inside of the conference. Isn't that something? What a loss for Bismarck High that was as well. And the West region here in 2021 down just a little bit, I think would be fair to say, as the structure of AA football has been reshaped in North Dakota. If you're new to that, it's AA, single A, and then you get into 9, 11B, and 9B 9-man as well. And on the AA side, the top tier in North Dakota high school football, Century's the team to beat, but last we looked, Shanley was on top of them 7-0 at the half. We'll see if we can get an update for you on that one again here tonight, as that matchup would be a big one. An upset, yes, it would be. I don't know if it would be one that would be a gigantic upset by any means, as Shanley's been a team that has been in the conversation this entire season as one of the top teams in North Dakota 2A football. Ball's going to be taken here. Working Teed fires it across over to the 20-yard line. Picked up by Ents again. And Ents inside the red zone moves Cheyenne ahead forward. And with 8:20 to play here in this second half of football, another first down coming here for the Mustangs.
Stop made by number 52 to land in the Ludwig.
Working Teed has an arm on him, not afraid to get out of the pocket and scramble just a little bit. He's got those backs in the backfield as well that have been good for him tonight also. And Cheyenne is a dual-headed monster here in West Fargo. There's no question about that. Over to the right side, over on the right hash, inside the 15-yard line, rumbling down towards the 10. And the Mustangs are on the move again, trying to add to their 24-0 lead. Here was 7:41 remaining in this third quarter of football. First International Bank and Trust scoreboard has the ball marked at the 12-yard line. It's a second down and 5 to go. Well, a pretty good crowd on hand here tonight. You could see that just in a West Fargo neighborhood, looking out to the straight east, and all the fans on the same side as us here on the near side, the west side of the football field. Turnbow's going to be there on the tackle as Ents is going to be hauled down, and Caden Turnbow comes up with another nice stop.
Jonas Bubak.
Going to give Bubak the credit with the stop, and then it was Turnbow on it. Either way, both those big gentlemen from Minot High, nice job on the defensive side of the football. Once again, join Scott Woodmansey for overtime tomorrow morning on the PSP Network. Again, it's overtime with Scott Woodmansey live from the stadium. Ball's going to be taken here by Working Teen, scampering over the 2, down to the 1, into the end zone. Touchdown. Working Teen from 12 yards out. And Working Teen has them back on the board. It's 30-0. Working Teen on the run to the quarterback keeper, and he gets his name on the score sheet again, and we're going to get into a run clock situation coming up now as Minot High trails by a score of 30-0. Will they go for the 2-point conversion again and stick with what they've done this entire ball game, or will we will have the extra point attempt coming here for Cheyenne? Dutenheffer to kick it off here for Cheyenne. Ball's going to be up. Does it get inside the uprights? It does not. They miss. 30-0 the score on the First International Bank and Trust scoreboard. All Cheyenne tonight. They continue to put it on the Magi from Minot High. It's North Dakota high school football on the PSP Network
West Fargo Cheyenne leads by a 30 spot tonight here on the PSP Network.
Smiles come from Vibetta Orthodontics. Vibetta Orthodontics is a certified Invisalign provider. Invisalign fits your budget and your lifestyle. Braces for children, teens, and adults with affordable monthly payments. Schedule your complimentary consultation and exam by logging on to VibettaOrthodontics.com or by calling 701-839-6010.
Great smiles come from Vibetta.
Well, some motley crew on the loudspeakers here at Essentia Health Mustang Stadium in West Fargo, North Dakota. As we come back to action, it's 30-0 Cheyenne leading Minot High here tonight on the First International Bank and Trust scoreboard. Ball's going to be kicked off and taken here by the Magi all the way up to the 45-yard line. And on the carry back for Minot High School is Tyson Ruziska. Ruziska's going to be hauled up on the play. Ball will be marked around the 40-yard line for the Magi as they go to work. Well, again, we look to tomorrow as another fun day in the books being scheduled. PSP Network, again, has Scott Woodmansey in overtime live from the stadium. I'm actually going to be at North Dakota versus North Dakota State at the Alaris Center. Good friend of mine, Casey Deutsch, former Minot High athlete, probably most known for his time on the baseball field. Deutsch is a good friend of mine. His dad actually played for North Dakota, Bill Deutsch, who went on to the National Football League. They had some tickets to the ball game tomorrow in that rivalry that's renewed up in Grand Forks tomorrow. First time back since the early 2000s that they'll play in Grand Forks. And I'll be there tomorrow. The big Bill Deutsch will be saluted at the halftime, representing the 1971 UND team next tomorrow, actually, on Saturday, as the Bison take on the Fighting Hawks tomorrow at the Alaris Center. Nothing like a Grand Forks trip that features a little red pepper as well. We got to stop there on the way down to Fargo here tonight for the matchup. Wideouts on each side for the Magi. Quarterback keeper for Sparrow. He's ahead forward with it. And the ball's going to be taken right at midfield. And Sparrow doesn't get far on that one. And Sparrow's going to be hauled up. It's going to be a third down. And they're going to call it about 6 to go for the Magi as the clock continues to wear down here to 4 minutes and 37 seconds remaining. Update from Bismarck. It's Century on top of Shanley. It's 35-7. The last time we saw it was 7-0 Shanley, and Century has unhooked that plow, and Century putting it to Shanley now. No question that Century was a team coming into the week after a close call with Dickinson and a close call last week with Mandan, looking to see if they could get back to their winning ways of dominance. And tonight they're doing that against Shanley, one of the top teams in North Dakota football. Rain starting to come down just a bit more here at Essentia Health Mustang Stadium. It's been like that pretty much the entire ball game tonight. The sprinklers have been on from upstairs without a doubt. Hasn't been a big issue tonight with the football, the slipperiness of the football by any means.
Brings up 4th down for the Magicians, and punt formation is quarterback number 4.
4th down for the Magi. Sparrow's going to boot this one back, kicks it all the way deep inside 15-yard line, and it goes through the Cheyenne end zone. That was a nice punt from Sparrow all the way from his 30-yard line. Kicks it through the end zone. 1st and 10 coming from the 20-yard line down for Cheyenne. Well, do you remember the name Ryan Bodell, the former Minot High center for the Minot High Magicians of the 2004 graduating class? The head baseball coach of the Cheyenne Mustangs now as well, and a state championship last year for West Fargo Cheyenne. Plenty to celebrate for Ryan Bodell, former Minot High Magician, now the coaching staff here for West Fargo Cheyenne, and again the head baseball coach of the West Fargo Cheyenne Mustangs. Not cheering for the Magi tonight. His team, the Mustangs, on top and cruising, putting the wood to the Magi here tonight, turning into a bit of a blowout, 30-0. Cheyenne on top, and they continue to pour it on. 3:04 remaining here in this third quarter. 2nd down and 2 to go as they work from their own territory here tonight. By the way, you could get COVID-19 deep cleaning services for your home or business with Clean Tech LLC. This is a proactive deep cleaning service that includes disinfecting and sanitizing. Find Clean Tech online, cleantechllc.us. Clean Tech coming to the rescue since 1992. Up the near sidelines and running downhill. Hendricks, 2 touchdowns tonight, wanted another one. He got into Minot, and Minot put him out of bounds, but that's a size mismatch as far as weight's concerned. And Minot waving his arm saying, where do you want me here? Minot with a nice stop. He's been good from that safety position this year for the Magi. He's had some big-time situations and players to go up against and try to stop, and that was one of them right there with Hendricks, the 220-pound running back for Cheyenne, running downhill in big time. Workentine slides it ahead forward. He's just going to do the old.
Number 16, Grant Workentine on the carry.
Eli Manning ahead forward, sliding it up over the 45-yard line. John Elway is who I was trying to think of. Slides it down for a ball marking back at the line of scrimmage. I don't even know if that would be a good analogy or not. Elway's just who came to my mind. How about Eli and Peyton on Monday Night Football? Their commentary, that's fantastic stuff, isn't it? A couple of the good guys in the game, without a doubt. Workentine ahead forward, he's all the way up, just about to the first down marker. Crosses ahead, and Grant Workentine is going to get up just about to the line of scrimmage. It's going to be a 3rd down and 2.
Correction, number 16, Grant Workentine on the carry.
There's the call.
Stop made by number 52, Leighton Ludwig.
Rain continues to sprinkle down here in West Fargo. Under a minute to play in the 3rd quarter. It is a 30-0 ball game in favor of Cheyenne here tonight. They've had their foot on the gas pedal in this one, haven't they? Ball ahead forward again. And Hendrickson runs it forward. He's got the first down. And just a bit more, and it will be a first down coming from the 45-yard line.
Race Wilson as he races for the first down for the Mustangs.
That was actually Race Wilson, my apologies.
The Magicians, number 77, Caden Turnbow.
Turnbow made the stop for Minot High. Game reset looks like this. It's brought to you by our friends at Roger Ward Moving and Storage. Proudly serving the Minot area and Northwest North Dakota since 1942 for all your moving and storage needs. Roger Ward Moving and Storage in the Magic City. Ball comes ahead again for a 5-yard game and a 2nd down and 5 coming up as Ants runs it ahead forward. Cheyenne scored first, 7:45 into quarter number 1. It was a 4-yard run from Ants to make it 6-0. 2-point conversion was there. Then at 10:37 remaining in the 2nd quarter, it was a 3-yard run from Hendricks that made it 16-0. Another 2-point conversion. 3-yard run from Hendricks a few moments later made it 22-0. And then into our second half of football, a 12-yard run from Workentine made it 30-0 on the First International Bank and Trust scoreboard here tonight. And it's been all Cheyenne on the First International Bank and Trust scoreboard. Quick timeout. We'll come back with the 4th quarter and the final 12 minutes of play here from Essentia Health Mustang Stadium in West Fargo. All Mustangs here tonight.
At Shots Crossroads, we make 8 gallons of homemade ranch dressing every day, so you can smother your dinner salad with it, dip those crispy golden French fries in it, and dunk your breaded chicken strips. You can even cover your... Wait, no. You can't put ranch on steak. Or can you? Shots Crossroads. Don't forget the ranch.
Cheyenne Mustangs head to Fargo North High School.
2nd down and 5 here for Cheyenne. They're lined up at the Minot High 40-yard line. They've got a 30-point lead, and they look for some more now as it's going to be carried up the near sideline. Head forward, and the run. Race Wilson carries ahead. He's got a first down, and the chains will move. Brings up A first down and 10 from inside the 44-yard line on the Minot High side. Here from West Fargo Cheyenne. Well, next up for Minot High coming up next week, we'll have the matchup on the PSP Network for you for the Magi as the Magicians return home where they'll take on Bismarck Legacy. 7 o'clock, 6:40 the call for that one.
Flag on the play.
The flag on the play.
False start call against the offense. 5-yard penalty remains first down. Makes it
False start charged on Cheyenne. Down to 11:11 to play here in the regulation minutes that remain. 30-0 again. Cheyenne on top of Minot High here tonight. Again, Legacy comes to Minot next Friday. We'll have a full slate of games for you coming up. Century and Bismarck High next week as well. See if Scotty Cattell's around for some Minot High action potentially next week. Great to have Scotty K on the airwaves with us. Recently inducted into the Minot High School Hall of Fame. One of the best in the business. How that guy's not in the North Dakota Broadcasters Hall of Fame yet is beyond me. Hanses all the way up, crosses over the corner, gets around to the 25-yard line. Has a run that's going to bring up a second down. And looks like about 2 to go here for West Fargo Cheyenne as Hance continues to run it ahead forward. Yeah, quite the honor for Scotty K. And congratulations to all those that were inducted into the Minot High School Hall of Fame here in 2021. All much deserved as they made themselves known with their hard work, with all they've done in the athletic world and the amount of time and energy put into their craft, whether it be the sports or a guy like Scotty Cattell and his time working as a broadcaster for the Minot and Minot surrounding areas. Angie Spicer, one of the other ones that comes to mind that was just inducted, the cheerleading coach for many, many years for the Magi. Two fantastic people, and there was a whole crop of them that were inducted a couple weeks ago into the Minot High School Hall of Fame. Fun to see that stuff happen. We'll see if the Hall of Famers are out next week, potentially for the Legacy matchup on the PSP Network. Ball's going to be carried ahead forward over to the far side corner into the end zone. Touchdown. Hendricks has a hat trick on the night. And Hendricks has a 15-yarder. And it's 36-0. West Fargo Cheyenne as Hendricks has his third.
We got our running clock, we've got rain falling, and everything has been falling the way of the Cheyenne Mustangs tonight. Just really hard to slow down this.
Well, all Cheyenne in this one, no doubt about it. We knew it was going to be an uphill climb for the Magi here tonight, but Cheyenne really putting the wood to the Magi here. Extra point attempt coming here for the Mustangs. Ball is up through the uprights, and that one is good. That puts the score to 37-0 in favor of West Fargo Cheyenne on the First International Bank and Trust scoreboard as Newton Heifer sends that one through the uprights. It's all Mustangs tonight. They continue to pour it on the Magi here tonight at Essentia Health Mustang Field in West Fargo. 37-0. The clock runs on in North Dakota high school football. Minot High will get the ball back in just a moment to the PSP Network. However, it's North Dakota high school football at www.psp.network.
The magic of what we do really comes down to combining different aspects of patient care. Here at Premier Chiropractic, we love combining soft tissue work, the adjustment, and exercises together. We found that this gets the best results for our patients. We have 3 chiropractors to fit the needs of the entire family, a rehab area for our exercises and equipment for any athlete to improve performance. Give us a call and we will get you back to doing what you love.
Well, there's no doubt about one thing here in West Fargo at Cheyenne's football field. They put on a great atmosphere. Best PA announcer that I've heard on the east side of the state for a long, long time. This gentleman, a gentleman that worked for the FM Jensen North American Hockey League action for many years. Rivals Eric Schaefer back in the Magic City. He does a great job here. They got the music queued up tonight. This is a beautiful ball field. Essentia Health Mustang Stadium. Crowd is starting to file on out of here with a 37-0 lead in favor of the Cheyenne Mustangs here tonight But they do a good job of putting on a pretty entertaining event for the fans here in West Fargo. They've had a good program ever since this high school came into the league back in 2016. They've done a great job with having athletic competition at the top tier inside of North Dakota, and not only being there, but dominating as well. They were a favorite last year to win the state basketball tournament. They ended up losing in the semifinals to West Fargo, a team that ended up going on to win the state championship over Minot High last year. We're getting closer and closer to that season, too, by the way, as the leaves are starting to change colors and times are changing. Get ready, hockey, basketball, wrestling season right around the corner. We'll have a full slate of those games on the PSP Network again. Make sure if you're watching here tonight to like and follow the PSP Network. Helps us with our mission of promoting high school athletes across western North Dakota. Ball is rushed ahead forward, 37-0 on the First International Bank and Trust scoreboard tonight. Cheyenne has pounded Minot High into the ground. This ball game on the PSP Network has been one that we look forward to. We knew it would be tough for the Magi, but again, talking about it here tonight, the Magicians just have not found a way to score the football in this showdown, in an East versus West showdown here tonight. From the shotgun position, Sparrow's got it here. He's going to roll back. He's going to fire it ahead forward all the way down. And Kitchen's got it. He's all the way up over the 20-yard line, down to the 15. And Kitchen is going to pick it up after it was tossed ahead forward. And a nice play there from Sparrow. Put that one right on target to the Magi. Move the chains. There was 7 minutes on the dot to play in regulation. Well, a little bit more of that medicine from Minot High could be something that Chauncey Hendershot looks to continue to utilize as this season continues on. Sparrow can sling it, there's no doubt about that. Rain continuing to fall here at West Fargo. Sparrow's going to roll out to the right side, all the way over to the far sideline, throws it into the end zone. It's going to be batted away on out of there. And a nice job coming up from the defensive coverage coming there from Brady Dutenheffer, who got the hand on it and said, I don't think so. 6:20 remains here in regulation. Stick around for the Shots Crossroads post-game show coming up. We'll have our Roger Ward moving and storage move of the game. We'll have our Minot's Finest Collision Center play of the game as well. It all comes up in the Shots Crossroad Restaurant post-game show coming up in 5 minutes and 59 seconds. John's the motion man. Ball's going to be handed ahead forward here to Blaze Ferry, and Fleury is going to move it ahead for about 2 yards on the gain. He's going to be shut down there. On the stop for the Mustangs is Matt Tribe. Shut him down. Well, we get to run clock. You cross that 30 barrier in North Dakota high school football, and that clock continues to tick away. We're down to 5:30 remaining here in regulation. And Minot High just trying to see if they can put one on the board here tonight against West Fargo Cheyenne to try to build some sort of momentum moving ahead forward into next week's big matchup against Legacy. Ball's going to be handed off, moved ahead forward, up over the 10-yard line. Nice gain coming there for the Magi's, Dallin Junt. And he's wrangled down, and it will bring up a 4th down.
Dallin Junt.
And 2 situation for the Magi.
And 2.
Quarterback keeper pushed ahead forward for the Magicians. Did Minot High get there? Cheyenne's going to make the shot, make the stop again.
And the quarterback on the keeper.
Down to 4:49 remaining in the ball game. And Cheyenne makes a stop, but Minot High just can't buy one here tonight as the stop was made again with 4:49 remaining here in regulation.
Magicians turnover on downs as the Mustangs take over 1st and 10 on the 8-yard line.
Well, Cheyenne will probably have some more players into the ball game that we haven't seen yet tonight. Is that a possibility, or will they continue to run with what they've got to that starting unit coming in to the ball game? Let's wait and see who's under center here for the Mustangs. And yes, it's Aiden Odell,
new quarterback,
the junior, that's going to come into the quarterback position.
15,
that's Caleb Durr that comes in. Odell out there as well, however. Ball's moved ahead forward. No gain on the play. 4:29 ticking away. Talked about it a little bit earlier on tonight in the East First West showdown and the way that our AA football has been structured here for 2021. Fargo Davies is a team that might end up with 6 wins on the season. They're ranked number 5 in the state right now, but it looks like they're not going to make the North Dakota AA playoffs here for 2021. Can you imagine that? A lot of people over on the east side of North Dakota not too impressed with the way that it is structured. Scott Woodmansey in overtime had Dom Izzo on just last Saturday to have that conversation. And Dom, of course, the TV voice of the NDSU Bison and voice of WDA, the face of WDAY here at Fargo. Had a lot of good things to talk about. Woody and Dom Izzo had a nice conversation in regards to that just last Saturday. You can find that on the PSP Network Facebook page and on the PSP Network YouTube channel as well. As that conversation is one that's going to be around for a while, and a lot of continued conversation about that. Just the way that it's structured just doesn't seem to maybe be fair in some ways, and you'll have to assume that that's going to be a topic of conversation at the NDHSA level for some time to come. All the way up to the 30-yard line. The ball is going to be ran ahead forward into the ball game. Barry Kepnew comes in, and he's got the run. He's hauled up just
flag on the play.
Head forward. There is a flag on the play. Let's wait for the call coming here. And here's the call. Holding on the offense. So with 3 minutes and 3 seconds left here in this fourth quarter, into the second half. It's West Fargo Cheyenne that's going to have to march it back just a bit. Well, down the range starting to come down pretty good here in West Fargo. The wind has picked up, getting a little bit chillier as we continue here, and you can see it coming down pretty good now. A lot of umbrellas in the seats here tonight right in front of us at Essentia Health Mustang Stadium. We've got a pretty good seat right here. It was warm in here when we got here tonight. Window open in front of us. It's just about prime time. Ahead forward on the carry. Nice stop coming from the Mountain High defensive lineman. That was Andrew Winchesky that came up with the stop.
57 on the tackle, Andrew Winchesky.
2:26 remaining. 2:26 remaining here in regulation. Again, hang around for the Shots Crossroads Restaurant postgame show coming up in just a few moments. We'll have our Roger Ward Moving and Storage play of the game here tonight. We'll also have our player of the game brought to you by Monarch's Finest Collision Center. Another flag on the play, breaking free to the outside over on the far sidelines. All the way up to the 25-yard line, but there's a flag that's all the way back inside the 5, so we'll see what the call will be here from the white hat coming up in just a moment. Here it is, conversation.
Legal procedure call against the offense.
Legal procedure here on Cheyenne, and some of the young guns getting into the ball game here tonight for West Fargo. We're under 2 minutes to play here in regulation tonight. It's going to bring up a second down and a long 22 here for the Mustangs. Big thanks again to all those fine sponsors that make these broadcasts possible, including our friends at Subway, the Beaupre Law Firm, Qdoba, and Monarch's Finest Collision Center. Big thank you again to those sponsors that power the PSP network. Ball's going to be taken away forward all the way up to just about the 6-yard line. Stop is made again. And it's going to be a third down and 20.
Brings up third down for the Mustangs. Stop made by number
33. Third down and 25 to go on the board officially. Just under 90 seconds remaining here in the ballgame. Well, tweet at us tonight. Who should our player of the game be tonight in this East First West showdown? You can tweet at us at Network PSP. Kind of hard to argue with Hendricks tonight, isn't it? He's been good here in the contest. 3 touchdowns for him. A workhorse here for this West Fargo football team that has been good. Another question moving forward. Will the West Fargo Sheyenne Mustangs get back to the Dakota Bowl here in 2021?
On the carry, number 34.
They're going to be tough to compete with.
Chase Golden.
It's going to be fun to see them play Century in the regular season coming up here just around the corner. Again, in just about 2 weeks, Todd Dowbries will have the call of that one for you on the PSP Network.
21.
We'll have a live broadcast for you here on the PSP Network. Who's better, Sheyenne or Century here in 2021? We found out that Century's better than Shanley tonight as Century put it on the Shanley Deacons earlier on in Bismarck of the capital city. Tonight, ball's going to bounce just to the 50-yard line. Shanley's going to touch it. And Modern High will get the ball back coming out at about the 49-yard line. Clock's at 11 seconds. Modern High is going to come out one final time, or will we just shake hands here tonight? I believe that's probably what we will see.
11 seconds remaining.
Chauncey Hendershot has the final instructions for the Magi. We're going to fall to a record of 2-4 on the season. Cheyenne's going to improve to a record of 6-0, and they are a war machine heading to the midpoint of the season right now with a 37-0 victory here tonight over the Magi.
Head to the confines of Fargo North. Next.
North is one of the teams you hear the PA announcer talking about. Cheyenne heading to North, just up the road here in Fargo.
Between the Mustangs and the Spartans.
Spartans are one of the teams inside of single A football that are supposed to be good here for 2021. Ball's going to be handed off here to head forward. That's going to be the last play of the ball game. And Modern High and Cheyenne compete in an East vs. West showdown tonight, but it was all Mustangs. 37-0. The final here tonight on the PSP Network. Shots Crossroads Restaurant Postgame Show comes up next. We will have a full recap for you. We'll have our player of the game. We'll have our move of the game. We'll have it all when we return. Final tonight is 37-0 on the First International Bank and Trust scoreboard. It's a final. Let's go to the Shots Crossroads Restaurant Postgame Show. That comes up next here on the PSP Network.
At Shots Crossroads, we make 8 gallons of homemade ranch dressing every day, so you can smother your dinner salad with it, dip those crispy golden French fries in it, and dunk your breaded chicken strips. You can even cover your... Wait, no. You can't put ranch on steak. Or can you? Shots Crossroads. Don't forget the ranch.
If you told me 10 years ago I'd be a dad, homeowner, and business partner, I wouldn't have believed it. There's lots of reasons I chose First Western.
Hey Lloyd, how are you today?
Locally owned, community invested, convenient, but most of all, whatever I need, wherever I am, I can count on them.
First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
You remember where this goes?
I don't know.
Are you sure it was a clicking and not a zzz, zzz?
I think your quash litter valve's stuck.
Do you even have insurance?
If we soak it, it should be good.
No matter how much you know or don't know about your vehicle, trust the experts at Tires Plus. Real answers from real mechanics.
Purchase 4 eligible Firestone tires and receive up to $120 in a prepaid Visa gift card. Thinking service? Think Tires Plus.
The magic of what we do really comes down to combining different aspects of patient care. Here at Premier Chiropractic, we love combining soft tissue work, the adjustment, and exercises together. We found that this gets the best results for our patients. We have 3 chiropractors to fit the needs of the entire family, a rehab area for our exercises and equipment for any athlete to improve performance. Give us a call and we will get you back to doing what you love.
Life is all about moments. Big moments. Small moments. And those moments you can't put into words. It's how we at First International Bank and Trust live first and have been for more than 110 years. One customer, one family, one moment at a time. First International Bank and Trust. Live first.
At Shots Crossroads, we make 8 gallons of homemade ranch dressing every day, so you can smother your dinner salad with it, dip those crispy golden French fries in it, and dunk your breaded chicken strips. You can even cover your... Wait, no. You can't put ranch on steak. Or can you? Shots Crossroads. Don't forget the ranch.
If you told me 10 years ago I'd be a dad, homeowner, and business partner, I wouldn't have believed it. There's lots of reasons I chose First Western.
Hey Lloyd, how are you today?
Locally owned, community invested, convenient, but most of all, whatever I need, wherever I am, I can count on them.
First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
All blue and orange tonight in an East vs. West showdown in North Dakota 2A football. Sheyenne on senior night tonight dominating against Minot High 37-0 on the First International Bank and Trust scoreboard. It's a final from Essentia Health Mustang Stadium here in West Fargo, North Dakota. Nick Ober, glad to have you aboard on the Shots Crossroads Restaurant postgame show tonight. The postgame headquarters get filled up under the delicious menu that includes the famous number 99. Order online, shotscrossroads.com. Team buses are always welcome at Shots Crossroads Restaurant. Big thank you to Krista and the staff at Shots for their continued support to North Dakota high school athletics. And again, if you're looking for dinner after the ball games or the athletic competitions, no place like Shots Crossroads Restaurant. They bring you the postgame show here tonight after a Sheyenne victory over Minot High in an East vs. West showdown that we knew was going to be an uphill climb for the Magi. Did anyone know it would be that rough? Well, Sheyenne probably thought it would be for Minot High. The Magi and Chauncey Hendershot probably thought otherwise coming into the matchup here tonight. Let's take a look at our game reset brought to you by our friends at Magic City Inspections, the locally owned company committed to providing exceptional inspection services to ensure that you're ready to take the next step in your home ownership. Find them online, monetinspections.com. 7 minutes, 45 seconds remaining in quarter number 1 tonight. Sheyenne struck for first blood, and it was a 4-yard run that was taken in from Ents. He found the back of the end zone, and that's how things started tonight for Sheyenne, and they never looked back in the ballgame. Next touchdown was scored at 10:37 remaining in the second quarter of football, a 3-yard run to make it 16-0 on a Hendricks run. It would then be an 16-0 score at that point on the Hendricks run at the 10:37 mark of the second quarter. Into the halftime, we would go and be 22-0 on a 3-yard run from Hendricks again. His second run of the ball game into the end zone. And then we get into the third quarter, 12-yard scamper from Workentine to make it 30-0. And then Hendricks completes the hat trick in the fourth quarter tonight to make it 36-0. The extra point tacked on to make it 37-0. It was a beatdown tonight from Sheyenne, delivered to the hands of Minot High here tonight. And the all-time record now belongs to the Sheyenne Mustangs at 3 wins and 2 losses. More importantly, in this year, Minot High will fall to a record inside of North Dakota high school football at 2-4. And it's Sheyenne that improves to a record now of the season of 6 wins and 0 losses here in the 2021 campaign. That's a recap of this matchup brought to you by Magic City Inspections. Time for a Roger Ward and Storage move of the game. Roger Ward Moving and Storage, proudly helping the region with their moving and storage needs since 1942. Find them online at rogerwardstorage.com to schedule a move or to find a quote. Roger Ward Moving and Storage. I think you got to go back to the first quarter and the opening drive of the ball game tonight for West Fargo Sheyenne. Workentine handing the football off and getting it off to Hendricks. He goes down and picks up the first down, about a 24-yard run that set up that drive to keep it alive on the third down situation. And that, to me, was really what kind of set the table after that. the 4-yard scamper in, and it was Entz that found the end zone, but that would be my move of the game here tonight, the Hendricks run in the first quarter that really started the offense off here tonight. We've got an update around the scoreboard on the First International Bank and Trust scoreboard from around North Dakota. It was a 49-7 victory for Century, number 1 in the state, over Shanley tonight, and a beatdown tonight at the Community Bowl in Bismarck. You can watch the full replay of that one on the PSP network. It was it was Chuck Claremont and Scott Woodmansey who had the call of that matchup tonight. You can watch the full replay of that one online at psp.network. Elsewhere, 21-21, Davies and Mandan heading to overtime tonight. The big matchup at an East vs. West showdown there. 21 aside after 4 quarters of football. St. Mary's over Williston tonight in big, 41-0. That's a look at the scoreboard around North Dakota high school football, brought to you by First International Bank and Trust. Live first. PSP Network is powered, of course, by Subway, the Beaupre Law Firm, Qdoba, and Monnett's Finest Collision Center. 701-839-0989. We are Monnett's Finest, and it's time for our Monnett's Finest Collision Center star of the game here tonight. Any question that it's Hendricks that comes up with 3 touchdowns tonight and a handful of yards in this contest. He's going to deliver the Monnett's Finest Collision Center star of the game award to himself with his performance here tonight in West Fargo. That's going to do it for us here tonight. The Magi fall to the West Fargo Mustangs 37-0 in an East vs. West showdown tonight. Mountain High returns home next week, Friday night, to take on Legacy. Hope you join us next Friday night, and of course join us tomorrow for Scott Woodmansey's Overtime live from the stadium. You can find it on the PSP Network 11 to 1 tomorrow. Don't miss Overtime with Scott Woodmansey. Everything from the sporting world. Again, Scott Woodmansey live tomorrow on the PSP Network. He'll have a full show for you with a recap of high school football here last night, a look at the UND NDSU football game, and conversations with coaches from the volleyball and football world tomorrow as well, live again from the stadium on the PSP Network. That's going to do it here tonight. Final once again on the First International Bank and Trust scoreboard. 37-0 in favor of West Fargo Cheyenne. They're unbeaten on the year, 6-0 for them. The Mustangs are the real deal. Mountain High falls to 2-4. Nick Holbrook signing off from West Fargo tonight. Until next time, please have a good night, and God bless.
At Shots Crossroads, we make 8 gallons of homemade ranch dressing every day, so you can smother your dinner salad with it. Dip those crispy golden French fries in it, and dunk your breaded chicken strips. You can even cover your... Wait, no. You can't put ranch on steak. Or can you? Shots Crossroads. Don't forget the ranch.